Hello everyone, welcome back to my class. In the previous class we understood and we discussed in detail about the meaning of democracy and the features of democracy and why we have to study the democratic politics. Well, in this class we are going to understand about why democracy, why do we need democracy. So under this we are going to discuss about two main headings. This arguments against democracy and arguments for. So why do we need merits and also demerits? First we should discuss about arguments against democracy. So why we should not have democracy? What are the demerits or disadvantages of democracy? So it creates instability. Democracy, it creates instability because the leaders will be keep on changing, and also leaders they will move from one party to another party, and even the policies and programs which they are into also will be changing. So first demerit of democracy is regarded as it creates instability in the political order. And next is power play and political competition. So in order to take the positions or in order to hold the government or to hold the power, these party members, what they will have, they will play a power play role, and also there will be political competition. So just they will be sometimes they will be in a mean, and they will only be craving for the position, and they want to take their that is the position, and they want to rule the government. So in order to have this, they will also give more importance for the moral practices as we are studying in detail, that is in the present scenario. So power play and political competition, this is also one of the demerits in democracy. That is why we need democracy. It's one of the demerit or disadvantage of democracy. And if we have democracy, as the representatives are going to take all the major decisions, so that leads to delay in decision making. So whatever decision if the representative or the elected member want to take, so they want to have several procedures, and step by step they have to consent the ministers, and finally it has to be approved. So in order to meet all these steps and procedures, the delay in the time, and also that leads to delay in decision making. So suddenly we cannot expect, or suddenly we cannot meet any changes at a stretch. So then representatives may not know the interest of the people. As we all know, several representatives or the elected members, they may not come into the contact of the common people, in which they will not understand the common people's grievances. So in order to meet these grievances, they want to meet the local people, and they want to understand their condition. So that is also one of the demerits. These representatives will have their own issues, so they may not know the interest of the people. So how to meet all the sections of the people, and how to meet all divisions of the people in a country. And it leads to corruptions. So democracy, it leads to corruptions. How? In order to win in elections, most of the party members, what they will do? They will involve in bribery and money and muzzle power. So they will lavishly spend money in order to get votes. They will they will distribute food and jewelry and saris and money. So that leads to malpractices and violence, and this is also a hindrance to have a feature of free and fair election. So this is also one of the demerit or disadvantages of democracy, that leads to corruption, and based on the money and muzzle power, political leaders will deal into the having the power. These are all the arguments against why we should not have democracy. So first is it creates instability, power play and political competition, and it leads to delay in decision making. Representatives may not know the interest of all the common people, and it leads to corruption. So then why do we need democracy? What are the merits? Than the demerits, we have more merits. So only most of the countries in the world are favoring for democratic form of government. So accountable form of government. As we the people, or the the elected members, we are going to elect these representatives. So we are responsible for the government in turn. So what is happening in the government? So whatever it is, due to the Right to Information Act we have, which was organized in 2005, we have so many measures to know what is happening in the government, and people also have voice to raise against the elected members, and also they can dissolve the government. So that is the accountable form of government, in which This option is not there in any of the non-democratic government. And it improves quality decision making. Even though it delays in decision making, even though it takes too much of time and it is time duration will be more, but still the decision what they will take will reach all people, and their main motto is to meet the demands of the all sections of the people. Not only no one should be no one should get all the facilities and no privileges on birth, no, not like that. So everybody will get equal benefits of the decision making whatever they take. So it improves the quality decision making, and it provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. So how they will provide the differences, because several parties will have their own policies and programs. If one party is having a different policies and other parties are having their own programs and policies, but still they will have their own differences. Even though they have their differences, they will solve the differences and they will come to the conclusion, and even they will also solve certain conflicts between them. And it enhances the dignity of citizens. How democratic form of government enhances the dignity of citizen? How their level is increased, how they have a good status in the country, because of one person, one vote, one value. As that feature provides the political equality of all the citizens in the country, this enhances the dignity of citizen. Even the beggar vote is equal to the prime minister or the president vote. So it enhances the dignity. So no one is superior here and no one is inferior. So all the citizens in the country is having the same position and the same status. They will all will enjoy the fundamental rights. At the same time, they have to function their fundamental duties as well. And it allows us to correct its own mistakes. If any party, if any ruling party is committing any mistake, so the opposition party, which is regarded as the watchdog of democracy, they will be very keen in order to find out the mistakes of the ruling party, and if ruling party is going wrong in any of the issues or in any of the way providing facilities for the people or basic amenities, immediately the opposition party will work as a watchdog of democracy, and they will correct the mistakes of the ruling party. This will happen only in democratic form of government. Hence, most of the countries are having the democratic form of government, in which the dignity of the citizen and also the status of the citizen, and it is also valued. The person's status is valued. Hence, it allows us to correct its own mistakes. If anybody, if any party, if any leader is going in a wrong way, so immediately it can be brought up in a proper way. So what is the broader meaning of democracy? Democratic form of government is accepted throughout the world. 3/4 of the countries are having this democratic form of government. But still, so why we have this democratic form of government means, see, people, modern democracies, no, it is of a large number of people. Example, India is huge in population, and we have the unity in diversity and even diverse geographical arena. So in this, it is very impossible to check out the physically in order to present and to sit together to come to any conclusion is very much difficult. So we have representatives, in which the representatives can sit together and they will think about the common people grievances, and then they will come to the conclusion. And citizens does not have certain time, so all people will not have time and also skill in order to take part, active part in all the decision making. Hence, we have those issues of electing the representatives. These elected representatives will work for all the citizens, and it helps to meet the demands of the people. Well, children, in this chapter we understood about the meaning, features and merits and demerits of the democracy, and what are the broader meaning of democracy. Thank you.